welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Pittsburgh Panthers. Taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Lined up for the opening kickoff. Fair catch called for and made. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Quarterback checking the play. Wide out in motion. Here's the handoff. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered out.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You can see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
Coming out aggressively. Finds space on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They want to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to throw on second down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, with his speed, they're going to keep blitzing him over and over because you'll get results like that right there. Kind of reminds me of Joe Kelly, a great linebacker in Washington in the 80s, or maybe Mason Foster as well. Those guys can go sideline to sideline, but they can also blitz. This guy can do it all.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He's looking to throw. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up. but it's an incompletion. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the play.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Oh, man. Quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on third. Using his legs to buy some time. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Now on the option. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
He wants to throw here on second down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. No one's been able to keep him off the quarterback. Career sack number 50.
Like, honestly, in today's college football, if you get 10 sacks in a season, that's considered a really good year. You might be an All-American. To go 50 in your career, David, I mean, nobody does that.
You're just a freak. I mean, your God-given ability to get off the football so fast and to be so relentless and to be so good with your hands, that dude is crafted and made to be a pass rusher.
Washington sends out the punt team. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Man, it's so important. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Working the middle of the field, he knew he needed to rock it. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Pittsburgh now has it in the red zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Goff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. It's Lindsey. And they'll knock him down. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. the gun on third down. Spits it out to the back. Caught, close to the marker. It's gone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2, but will it stand? There is a flag down. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return will be knocked down. First down here for the offense. They go to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, you talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Running back searching for a hole. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Complete out of the backfield. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more really good execution by this offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's incompletion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
But when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time, they couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Steps away. He turns it loose to the left. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes, guys. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Huskies have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
The pitch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20.
42 Spider. Go.
They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense back on the field and ready to roll. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Pitt! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. And
they fake it. The kicker's looking to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Flips it out in the flat. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him and try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Out of the shotgun on third down. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10.
Gorilla. Dino.
He's going to pass. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's
Second down.
This offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Timber.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He's going to run it. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Ready?
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs.
Ringo. Ringo. Ready, go.
Running to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. Just it make.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it into the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. A little surprised to see the lineup for an onside kick here. Down 2 possessions, but a lot of time to play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off-play action on first down. Pressure coming. They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. Picked off. Looking for more room. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
On second down, looking again to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on them, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm.
Oh, look at it. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort. Getting to the ball carrier, swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following it up with a massive fumble.
Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Boom. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Starting to feel a little pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I got to be honest, I thought this tight end was going to have a much bigger role in this game. They wanted to get him the football early and often, but after that drop here in the second half, he still doesn't have a catch.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They'll try to pick up the first. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Washington right back to the line.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Quarterback checking off. Power football with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The give on the inside. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start getting more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. And that is no good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Sure hands. It's gone. And he'll run across the sideline after the good gain.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball down. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. And I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions or force fourth downs.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more, but just
got a lot of running room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to go up top on first down. Swings it out to the flat. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll leave it with him. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I love when players understand the situation. So they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Give to the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Here we go.
On second and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And they'll come to the line and try to draw. Touchdown, Husky! And the comeback is on. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
Momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. You just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. He'll get rid of it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome. And certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Leaves it with the running back. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success in that ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, the defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Huskies in the hurry-up. Into the creative space on 3rd and short with the wide receiver. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Washington. Somehow, they got up off the deck. They fought back, and they tied the game. What a perfect play call to get the score.
You're watching the backside, all your runs, making sure that backside, they're not cheating, not flying to the football. The offense saw something, caught him with it. The defense didn't have an answer. The reverse works to perfection.
And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. Fair catch, called for and made. Offense back on the field and ready to roll. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
To the ground. He's got it again.
This is so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays, positive yards, and the football. quick second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're playing the football and believing in your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Good timing on the quick out. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket. So he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field score to win this game.
They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it will be a 60-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. They think there's room to run to the right here. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll give it to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.